Grabe.
Oh! Teka lang, ha? Teka lang.
Nagsalamin.
Tingnan natin. Oof!
Okay.
Uy, ang init,
Mainit. Actually, pinagpapawisan ako, naka-aircon ako. Well,
look, your picture has like sheen and glitter. I'm sweating on the picture as well, obviously.
I know. For a couple of years, actually more than how many years, sobrang nasa top ka nung FHM, ika. I think you were number 1 in the Philippines for what, 1 year?
1 year, and then 1 year off, then another year. But for 4 years straight, I was in the top 10. Yeah.
Do you like being considered like like sexy in the Philippines?
Okay. Ganon, yeah. Meron akong dalawang ihas, girls, yeah. I have 2 girls. And have I shown them these pictures? No.
Okay.
Not yet. But did I enjoy producing those pictures back in the day? And was I flattered to receive those ranks, those high ranks in the FHM sexiest of the world list? Of course I was flattered. And I have no problem with the pictures. Like, I look at them and they're still okay with me today.
Okay, if I may ask, why have you never showed them to your kids?
I think my eldest, she's 10, I think she'd be embarrassed because she hasn't seen me being so intimate with public, with strangers. That's something, something at home, we're being, intimate and cozy and whatnot, and that's what she's used to. But having her mom out there is so vulnerable almost,
Mm-hmm. But you're planning to show it eventually.
Of course. But Paolo, you have to imagine, I only told my eldest 2 years ago what I used to do and that my job used to be in the public eye, and she never knew until then. Yeah.
Okay. Well, really? Why not? But you're proud of it.
Of course I'm proud, but I wanted her to grow up without having this feeling of eyes over her shoulder, even if that's just a feeling, if that's just imaginary. But I didn't want her young mind to perceive that there is someone watching us or that we are under a microscope.
Nice. Actually, that's a good...
May anak ka na rin, di ba? How old is the baby?
She just turned 2. Yeah. She's very used to the public eye. I mean, I don't know. I just love posting about her. So
well, I think it's unavoidable when you are still working, you're still shooting movies. You just returned, from shooting movies abroad even. So in your case, it's unavoidable. And I think the earlier she learns to deal with, they all learn to deal with it, the better.
Yeah. Actually, you're right. Kasi ikaw, you stop na di ba? So I think it's a way of protecting also your daughters. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sige, photo number 3 tayo.
Yeah.
So no, because you used to be a model also.
Yeah.
With your work in the Philippines, you were an actress, you were a VJ, you're a model. What's your favorite thing to do? Aside from the, you said not being the VJ.
Paolo, come on, you're an actor. You know that among hosting and posing for the camera and having emote moments, among all of these things, acting, putting on the skin of a different person and going into that person's mind and then creating that picture, for a whole movie. Come on, you can't beat that. That's
really?
Of course. You tell me, ikaw. Anong napipili mo?
No, because I just act. I can't do VJ work. Definitely, I'm not a model.
Naka-host ka?
Yeah, I do host. But really, you love acting kahit na mahirap magtagalog?
Kahit na. Actually, it's one of my fantasies to be able to get a role where I can just speak my either mother tongue or English, because my mother tongue is German. Mm-hmm. And when I left the Philippines, I moved to Peru and I stayed there for a decade, 10 years. So I learned Spanish. So there are many languages tumbling around in my head. My fantasy is to get a role where I can just speak my real, comfortable, comfort zone language.
When we were doing Love to Love, I remember that if you have Tagalog lines, I cannot talk to you. Ako magulo ako sa set, di ba? We cannot talk to you because you have to memorize it, and you kind of get, not naman pissed at me, pero medyo naiinis ka pag nanggugulo ako sa isa.
Tense. Nati-tense ako.
Yeah.
Dahil yung mga intonations ng totoong Pinoy, iba, di ba? Tapos pag yung role ko, ibig sabihin, pag yung character ko, totoong Pinay, tense ako talaga.
I know.
Tapos, it's bad.
I know. Kasi, I remember, puyat ka pa yata nung before, kinukulit kita, tapos parang pinagsabihan mo, oh, sorry.
Talaga?
Yeah.
I cannot remember that. Hindi ako, wala. It's not in my mind. I'm sorry. I didn't
No,
mean
no problem. Pero of course, kaya nagulat ako that you like acting.
Napawisan mo ako.
Mainit ba? Mainit?
Mainit. Bigla. Okay.
Sige. Okay, picture number 4 tayo.
Wow, Pilates. I love Pilates.
Did you start this when you became a mother, or
well, bit by bit, yeah. But this is actually at One Life in Manila. Hi, guys. And they have beautiful studios. And I used to see Eliza Chinky post pictures of the studio. And simply because of how beautiful the studio looks, I got interested. Kasi mahilig talaga ako mag-exercise. Pero nagbo-bored na ako. You know, if you're always doing the same things, they get boring. So when I see something online that looks interesting, I go check it out. And I really got into it. I mean, look at those cool contraptions. They basically make that you can train each muscle super effectively without actually breaking a sweat. And you know how us girls are, we don't want to break a sweat.
Do you still do it now, even if you're on lockdown? Can you do it at home?
In lockdown, I do yoga in lockdown because that's easier for me to follow online. But One Life actually offers online coaching. But with the time difference from Vienna to Manila, I don't think it's doable.
So what do you do now? You just do yoga?
I meditate in the morning. Tapos after meditation, I do spinning. I have a stationary bike sa bahay. And I'm so blessed that I have that in the house talaga. So I don't need to go out for like a gym or for exercise. After that, I start my day. I do my projects. I do the little things that I have to do. And then after today, for example, in the evening, I will do a wind down yoga session before I go to bed. So okay, basically you're doing it not for the body, but for your health. Yeah.
Why
for my patients, for my kids, for my family.
True. As we grow older.
Like that.
Do you want to have more kids?
I wouldn't say no to a boy. Dahil may dalawang babae na, di ba?
So if you're sure if it's a boy, it's okay.
Yeah, but it's impossible to know.
Okay. But that's right. We have to keep healthy for our kids, right? Okay. Yeah.